When I saw the spec sheet of this monitor, I really couldn't believe its price point because this comes from an Indian brand and its competition from brands like Acer, LG and MSI does get close to it, but the Kreo Obsidian still offers many extra advantages that add up to make it the best gaming monitor that I have seen at under 18,000 rupees. This is Kreo's first monitor, so even I was skeptical about how good this could be, so let's take a closer look and see if there are any asterisks. Inside the box, you'll get the manual, an HDMI cable and a DisplayPort cable, the power cable with an external adapter, parts of the stand and the panel itself. The installation is pretty much toolless and it takes less than 2 minutes. We really have an awesome design here with elements that make it look distinct without being too in your face. The stand is really nice for its price. We have tilt, height and even pivot adjustments on this monitor, which I have not seen on any other monitor in this price range with these specs. It also comes with a nice cable management hole. I will say that this stand is not super stable, but it is more than strong enough to handle its weight, and it also has a VESA compatible mount, so you can use any third-party stand or arm. We have a 27-inch 1440p IPS panel that runs at 200Hz, and this is a really sweet spot for doing anything on a budget. The QHD resolution makes this much sharper than the Full HD monitors that you will often find in this range. The text looks decent enough, and Kreo says that this panel has a 130% of sRGB coverage, so this is also really great for editing photos or videos. This is the datasheet for color tests that they have shared, and you can see how color accurate it is with a delta E of less than 2. Another big plus on this is its 400 nits brightness, because you typically only find 250 to 350 nits in this price range. I was actually really impressed by the colors on this, as they look vibrant without looking oversaturated, and you have the option of customizing the color space and the limit in the menu. Its viewing angles are of course really good because it is an IPS panel. They mention that it is a 10-bit panel in the spec sheet, but that is achieved through frame rate control, and at 200Hz any artifacts due to FRC will not be noticeable. They have also listed the contrast ratio as 1100:1, and it does look a little better than the 1000:1 contrast ratio IPS panels that I am used to. I also tested if there were any issues with the backlight uniformity, and there isn't even a minor backlight bleeding on my unit. But let's talk about the performance now, and this monitor comes with 6 overdrive modes, which are frankly too many. The fast mode has a good response time without any overshooting, and you can use the faster preset if you are okay with some overshoot, but anything beyond that has a lot of overshoot, so I don't think that I would use these modes. This is also the first monitor I have used that gives you manual control over how fast you want to drive these pixels, and I was able to get a result that is more balanced and sits between the fast and the faster preset, so that is quite nice. Another first for me is seeing a monitor that gives you multiple modes in backlight strobing, and here we have 3 different MPRT settings that you can choose from. These settings don't have a huge difference between them, so even MPRT low gives you a very blur-free image with some doubling of it. These modes of course reduce the brightness of the monitor, and the low mode is very usable, but the high and 1ms modes will reduce the brightness by a lot, so you can see which one of these you like using more, and overall I really like having these options because you just don't get brightness control with backlight strobing, but here you have different options. As we have 400 nits of brightness on this panel, the MPRT mode is brighter than the 250 nits monitors. Now I couldn't directly compare its performance with the MSI 180Hz monitor that I had reviewed, but from what I can estimate, this is almost as good as that or better, and that model was more expensive, so you are getting the same or better performance as the mainstream brands. Do give this video a thumbs up if you also can't stand 60Hz monitors now. This is of course an amazing monitor for gaming because a 1440p panel with rich colors running at 200Hz is such a sweet balance of smoothness, clarity and GPU requirement. There is support for both G-Sync and FreeSync, so you're also gonna get a tear-free experience, but adaptive sync can't be enabled with backlight strobing like all monitors in this range. We have 2 HDMI ports and 2 display ports underneath with an audio jack. We usually only get one display port on affordable monitors, so this is another advantage here. All the settings can be changed with the joystick on the backside of the monitor, and you have all the typical gaming monitor features like adding a crosshair, a timer, and a black stabilizer to enhance the dark scenes in games. I have to say that this is one of the best products that Kreo has released, and this has thoroughly impressed me in every area. You are getting so many extra things in this price range. You get a height adjustable stand with pivot, you get a very bright 400 nits panel, 10% higher contrast ratio. The menu lets you optimize many things on an advanced level, and this also just looks so good. The panel on this has to be imported, but this is assembled in India and it is from an Indian company, and I am very happy to see that they really haven't cut any corners here and are even giving you advanced technical access with an 800-day warranty. From what I can test and observe, this is superior to the other monitors from the mainstream brands. If you know about another model that you think is better than this, you can share that in the comment section, but from my research, this is probably the best monitor under 18,000 rupees, and you should be able to buy this for even lower through the links in the description. So let me know your thoughts about this, subscribe with bell, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.